showrunners from the last Airbender, which was going to be a Netflix series, maybe still will be, but they walked away. The showrunners have just walked away from the series, and they're citing creative differences for this. But as we see here from Twitter, we've got this hashtag cancel Netflix LA live action. And what's going on here is that there was an agreement made with the Netflix, the powers that be at Netflix, and the showrunners that they would keep the original intention of what The Last Airbender is, which is mainly a kid show. Although, it deals with adult themes, obviously, as a lot of kid shows do. It's more or less directed towards children, teens, adolescents, and is kind of supposed to stay that way. But now Netflix here has wanted to, as we see here, we're seeing here, diversity of cast. So this is the first thing that has been brought up as an issue with Netflix, that aside from reining in the budget, Netflix also wanted the ability to consider some white actors for the series. This was a non-starter for the creators, who were insistent that not a single white actor be on the series. Now, I've always been a proponent for keeping the original creator's intention. I've said this, in many times when talking about Star Wars, and I believe it. Whatever the writer or creator of that franchise or piece of media IP intended is what should be honored. A lot of times now we've seen this not happen. With Marvel, with Star Wars, DC to an extent as well, where they're disregarding what the owner or the creator wanted. In this case, I would also agree. Honor what the creators want. They want an all-Asian cast. It's Asian characters. It makes sense, to add white actors in there when it's not organic or authentic. It's the same thing as when you're adding a diverse cast to something that's was not created to be that way, or the main mainly a white cast, and you're doing the gender swap or race swap when it feels like it's just pushed in there. Well, the same thing applies here. Having white actors in there would make it, to me, seem like it was pushed in there and not organic and not necessary. It's the characters are Asian inspired. It should be kept that way, especially if that's what the creators wanted and that was the agreement they had. But it seems they're not doing this. So that's one of the issues. The other is that they want to age up the characters. Netflix currently wants to age up the characters, which also seems very odd. They could not unify on a common overall tone for the show. They also wanted to separate live-action series from the animated one by creating a darker, mature tone with more romance, sex, and blood. Why do you need that? This is a kid show. It was meant to be a kid show. Not everything needs to be dark and matured. Sometimes kids, just let them be kids. Let them keep something that they like to watch and, explore that, expound upon that, but don't change it to just because you want to make it darker. There's not always a need for that. And there's no reason to be doing this to these kid characters. I don't know if age up means they want to, literally, if they were 8, 9 years old, they change them to be 18 or 19, or if it just means they want to deal with more themes. Either way, I don't believe it's necessary, and that's not what the show creators wanted. As we see here, DiMartino and Koinziki, I don't know how to say that, I'm sorry I mispronounced that, but Koinziko, I'm going to say, disagreed and remained adamant that the show remain aimed at kids. It's not supposed to be an adult show. While the two creators did each release broad statements explaining their exit from the show, Netflix released a statement that while declaring they will continue as planned. So they're going to continue doing this regardless of whether the showrunners are involved or not, which I don't think is, you want the original showrunners involved in this. If you're not making them happy, it's usually not a good sign that the show's going to do that well. Plus, now we've got, the social media hashtag is going to be trending, so you've already kind of added another layer of a social movement that's not happy or possibly against this project, voicing their opinions. I would say for sure. But you can see here, there's a lot of disdain for what this is becoming, and that Netflix is not honoring their original intention. So, just some of the comments: casting white actors as the leads and aging up the characters to include more sex and make the film darker. Just make your own original film and leave Avatar alone. Has the fandom not suffered enough? Great comment, Taylor Welton. Very well said. Yes, haven't we not suffered enough? Make your own stuff. Don't keep trying to just take everything and change it into what you want it to be. This, we've said this over and over again. We keep finding more and more instances of this. So this is, a topic that I just found out about. It looks like from most of the comments, it's relatively new. So I'll keep my eyes on it and see what develops. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and become a subscriber. And give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And until next time, lock the doors and hope they don't have blasters.